Okay, there we go.
So what we're going to do first is we're just going to do a brief review on the board, doing the Punnett squares, and we'll just kind of work the first one together as a class like we did last time. Then you guys will do the practice, okay? So we're going to start off, and I'm going to be asking you guys questions, and you guys don't have to raise your hand today. We're just going to kind of do it back and forth on the call, okay? So first and foremost, we're going to kind of do vocabulary while we're doing this too. So first and foremost, what is this diagram called? Punnett square. What is it used for? Say that louder, James.
Determining the probability.
Determine the probability of what? Genotypes. And, well, offspring is right too. Genotypes of the offspring. What's the other? Phenotype. Correct. Okay. So if we're going to start off, we're going to use my grandparents and my dad like I did last time. Do you guys remember what? If we're talking eye color. Do you guys remember what is the phenotype of this genotype when we're talking eye color? Brown, right. Why? Because this is the dominant trait, right? What is this genotype called? Would you call that heterozygous or homozygous? Heterozygous. Very, very good. Okay, so now, if I bring one from, is this mom or dad up here, typically? Dad, right. We always put dad on top, mom on the side. Okay, so if I bring one down from dad, one from mom, what two alleles am I going to have in this first box? Two dominant B's, which is always represented by these capital letters, right? So we have this one, okay? I always just go like I read. How about this one? Yeah, dominant and recessive. Is this one right here, is this heterozygous or homozygous? Homozygous, right? How about this one? Do these two right here, do they have the same or different phenotype?
Same.
The same. Why?
Because they both got the brown as the dominant trait.
Precisely. Good job, you guys. Okay, so we're going to do this bottom one here. If we take one from dad, one from mom, what do we have in here? Shout it out. Raise your hand. Whichever one you want to do. Big B, lowercase b, right? And then here, how about this one?
Lowercase b.
Okay, two lowercase b's. Which means what? For this one. What color eyes do we have here? What's the phenotype? Blue, right? Why?
Because they both lowercase.
Right, and because they're both the recessive genes. Correct. Okay. What percentage is each one of these squares worth when we're talking probability? 25%. Correct. So we're going to do the phenotype probability. Okay, so if we do the phenotype probability, what have we got? Someone want to raise their hand and tell me what they think this is? What's the probability for the phenotype of this offspring?
75% brown and 25%
That's right. Okay. Even though we have two homozygous and two heterozygous, just because the genotypes don't match, we can still get the 75% brown, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, this is just a little refresher. So now, what I want you guys to do is if you go into your Google Classroom for this class, there's a little animation for you guys to do to just do a little bit of practice. Okay, that's fine, because I want to have you do something different. If any of you would rather, I kind of have two options. You can do the animation on here, and if you didn't do very well on the animation, I also have some practice. I have two different ways to practice. They both mimic the post test that you guys are going to be doing. So if you don't feel confident in your score from doing this little animation, please go ahead and do this because the post-test is a grade. It's going to be a practice grade, but it is going to be a grade, okay? So go ahead, get started, and then let me see how you guys are doing from there. Okay. This is mostly just because you came late. Did anybody else come late? Is anyone else new to the class besides? I know, it's so cute. I hope you guys like it.
Watch it too.
What?
Ms. Harris, please report to Mrs. Sales office. Thank you.
Yeah.
Marius Washington, report to Mrs. Sales office. Marius Washington.
I know. I don't know why you're doing that for some people. Hey, you guys, if it's not letting you go, let me know. I don't know why for some people it's working and some people it's not. If it's not working for you, I'm going to have you do the practice worksheet, okay? Yeah.
Mrs. Harper, can I go get a drink?
Okay, I need my phone. Right? So,
Miss Harper.
yeah.
Can I go get a drink?
You can go and then you can go. Okay, does anybody else, is everyone else able to get on?
Nope.
Ready? Okay, so
You want to go?
what?
So it's not letting you get on.
There you go.
Have you already done it?
Okay.
Video?
We're gonna do this one because this one is cool. So what I did is because you got here late. So these are all of the vocab words that are gonna help you go through this. Okay, so I'm just gonna walk you through this. Okay. So we're on a dominant over blue. Find the probability of a blue-eyed offspring in a cross between two heterozygous parents. Okay, so what is it? What are two heterozygous parents? Different. These are called alleles. Okay. Perfect, because that was the point. So you do all right, okay? So this is going to be our Punnett squared practice. Okay, so we have two heterozygous. Okay, remember, we have one up here. This is one up here. It's a heterozygous genotype. And so what is it going to be on the side here? It's heterozygous.
You guys, why does this mattress stink?
This is heterozygous. Perfect. So what's going to be?
Why you zoom?
you're gonna get your answers. Okay, so find the probability of a blue-eyed offspring. Which one of these has a why do you say that one? Yep, it's this one. Why? It's the recessive, correct. So if each one of these is worth 25%, what's the probability of a blue-eyed offspring? Each one of these is worth 25. Close. Well, you got it back. There's only one. Okay, there's only one square that can have blue eyes. One square. How much is one square worth? 25. So what's the probability of a blue-eyed offspring? 25%. Okay. So that is how you're going to do each problem. Okay, so we're going to do this one together because you're doing it right. Okay? So white fur tigers is dominant over black fur. So find the probability of heterozygous offspring in the group. So this right here is going to be what you're going to write this over here on top of the numbers. There we go. Yes. All you need, there's one in the open here, so one up there and one in the open.
When another girl
And then on this side, you do one here and one there.
and I want to make it look good.
This one, you're doing this between this one and this one. So you have one capital and one lowercase. So you change one of those to a lowercase. Okay? So now we take one of these lines and what two are going to go in here? Always has to go. Always take this one, this capital. So you take one of these, one of it, and then from the sides, one on the top and one from the side. Okay, so how about this one? One from the top and one from the side. So how about this one though? One from the top and the side. Again, you're taking one from the top, one you're taking from the top. So how about this one? Okay. Okay. Where did you get that second lower? Where did you get the second lower? I see one right here. But you have to put it from the top. Okay, so now what our Punnett square does, we know this is the answer to the question. The question is find the probability of a heterozygous offspring.